and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Hey, welcome Car Connection fans, friends, for joining us this afternoon. We have a brand new segment for you, something you have not seen, I know for sure. We're now at the point where we're ready to get started on this would be my third Ford Bronco. I drove Broncos for many, many, many years. This was the last one I owned. And when I had my shop on the Hamilton Mountain, this was the last project I started. This is a 7.3 liter, a 460 cubic inch. It was born, it's a 1978 Ford XLT Ranger. And I bought it locally. I bought it from a gentleman in Bimbrook, Ontario. And I took it off the road only because I had a customer come in with a 1975 Mercury Montcalm station wagon with 60,000 miles on it. And he had a burnt valve on his 351 Cleveland engine. It's a 351 400 modified. And that's what was in here. And I tried to talk him into let us do a valve job. I discovered it had a burnt valve. It wasn't a big deal, but the guy was really eccentric about this 70. I never seen a Mercury Montcalm wagon until that. And I remember it was green. It was kind of ugly, butt ugly, to be honest. But I tried to find him a motor. There were no 351 Clevelands anywhere. So he said to me, "Is that your Bronco out there?" And I go, "Yeah, that's my daily driver." I would lend it out to two customers that I trusted with it, and they took really good care of it. And he threw some numbers around, and he offered me some really good money for my 351 Cleveland, so I pulled it. But I didn't have my 7.3, which is a 460. I didn't have it ready. It was on the engine stand. I was still having to tear it down. And this motor came out of a Grand Marquis, or as someone would say, a Marquis. So I sold him my motor, and I said, if I can have your motor, then I'll do it. So I have his motor on a stand in another workshop. I have a 351 Cleveland. But then I went through, and as far as I got was we did some frame cleanup. I painted the firewall, and we were moving along with it. And then I had a really serious health concern with my back. I could hardly walk. Almost ended up in a wheelchair at that time. It was bad. It was really bad. So we closed our automotive shop in 2000, and this project wasn't done. So we ended up moving as well, and I packed it away, and then long story short, I lost the storage, and that's how it ended up in the driveway. I didn't want it outside. It had not been outside since the time I dropped the motor in and put the nickel headers on, had those custom made, and doing the conversion from a 351 Cleveland 400 modified to a 7.3 460. So that's where we're at. It's dirty. I'm really, not happy about that. So we're at the point now. I have everything to put this truck back together. So we're going to do it. We're coming along really good with the 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler Rescue. So now we're going to get on this. And so I've decided I'm not going to pull the motor back out, but I am going to strip it down, and we're going to clean it. We're going to paint it. We're going to bring it back the way it looked the day I put it in there, because it was beautiful. The engine looked sharp. The frame was all freshly painted. So I'm going to remove the hood and the whole front nose piece, and it's going to go into the garage, and I'm going to detail this engine. But this engine has not been running, and it's completely built. It's got a high volume, high pressure oil pump. We've got a mild RV cam just to give it a little more lift and a little more torque. A true double roller chain and gear set in the front. Nickel plated headers with 1/2-inch flanges so they don't warp. So I was building this to be my last Bronco. And now I'm disappointed the way state it is in right now, but we're going to bring it back to life. And you're going to be a part of that journey. So this was my dog's four-wheel drive. And his name was Thor. He was Thor number 4. And I inherited Thor. He was 6 months old from a family member that couldn't keep him. And I took him in and had him for 9 years. This was his favorite ride. I dropped the tailgate. Thor was long and lanky. He was a fawn-colored Great Dane. He was like a big child. And he weighed almost 140 pounds. Small horse. In fact, he made it into the Hamilton Spectator one time because took him for a walk in the neighborhood, and a reporter was there, and a mother asked if she could put her little boy on Thor's back. And Thor was cool with that. You could do anything to him. So it made it into the newspaper where this little boy was sitting on the back of Thor, and Thor was just enjoying every minthis of it. But this was his truck, so I nicknamed it the Thor by 4. So this truck is dedicated, and this series of videos is dedicated to, I guess you could call him my furry son. Had him for 9 years. He was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but he was more fun than work. And so we're going to get the Thor by 4. We're going to get it spiffed back up and get it all put back together and running. And like I said, I have every single piece that I need to put this truck together from front to back. So we're going to make it happen. We're going to put it on the Making Happener list. So today what we're going to do is, this motor has not been fired up since I built it. So we're going to pull the plugs out. The plugs have never fired at all, and they're Motorcraft plugs. Everything on this engine is Ford. And you can see they're brand spanking new. And there's anti-seize on there. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Could I get busted for that? The anti-seize cops. So we're going to get some lubrication down in all 8 cylinders. This engine is a monster. So we're going to get it whooped back into shape, cleaned, detailed. And I'll tell you, you're going to know when this baby's running because the earth is going to shake differently. See how easy I got these plugs out? And they just need to be cleaned. They're going to go back in. They have 0 mileage. So we got to get some oil down in there. I know I lubed it before I parked it, but it was in storage a long time. And I was trying to think, when was the last time this truck was actually on the road? And I'm thinking back this morning when I was having my morning coffee and thinking, man, it was before we closed. I'm going to say 1992 would be pretty darn close, give or take a year. So it hasn't been on the road since I plopped this motor in. So we're going to just going to ooze some out here. The ooze. Just make sure we're pumping. We're going to put 3 big squirts. There we go. This is my mini mix. It's high test transmission fluid and 10W30. So I'm going to go 3-4 pumps in each hole, and then we're going to put the plugs back in. And then my hope is, with this being outside for a few years, is that this engine is going to turn over, because I've gone through the whole thing. It's dirty, and I am really, really disappointed about that, but you know what? I know how to bring it back. So we're gonna have to take things apart to clean and paint. I have polished Motorcraft aluminum valve covers to go on. They're in the shop. I have stainless steel exhaust. We're gonna go with 3-inch stainless. It's gonna be an animal, and that's what I was building it for. Was to be an animal vehicle for Thor, being his 4x4. And my whole dream was with this truck was to have his head not on a stick. Who said that? I wanted him to be airbrushed on the tailgate. Just his head, just a headshot. And what else do I have for this? I've got rims all ready to be painted. I've got chrome wheel nuts. I've got an axle shaft. There's a truck that always had a bent axle shaft on the right rear, because the right rear quarter panel, when I took it off the truck, was right full of Bondo, and I mean it was Bondoed with a snow shovel. And the Ford dealer in Hamilton got me these quarter panels from somewhere. A dealer in British Columbia had two in the warehouse. They're factory Ford quarter panels. They were to be nowhere to be found. And the guys at Mohawk Ford, we were all Ford guys together, and they wanted to see the truck come together, so they found the quarter panels, and Ford Motor Company gave them to me. So they're on, and I need one more coat of primer, and then those will be sealed. But I have the original front and rear bumper have been re-chromed by the bumper lady. That was the name of her business on the Hamilton Mountain, and she did me good on that. So we have two chrome bumpers. We're gonna have to move Thor here. I'll let you do that, Skippy, because I got oil on myself. You know me. And then we'll get those cylinders done, but we're gonna get this truck in, and we're gonna get this thing whooped back into shape, and it is gonna look amazing. Again, I have all the pieces, everything. So it's time to get it done, and we will. I even have the jack and the tire wrench that goes in here. I have everything, and we're gonna put some high performance ignition in it as well. I got some kind of floaty thing on me. Got a new master cylinder in a box. Like I said, I really didn't want to take the truck apart, but this guy really needed a motor, and there was not one to be found. But the deal was he paid me and my worker cash to remove and reinstall. So Jimbo, my tech that was working with me, he was a Ford guy, and I said, let's do it after hours when the customers are all gone. I said, you pull the motor out of his 1975 Mercury Montcalm wagon. I'll pull the motor out of my Bronco, and we'll use the engine crane, because I had an I-beam engine crane. And I said, I'll tell you what, Jimbo, we'll start at the same time, and whoever gets their engine on the floor first gets an extra $100. And he goes, oh, this is gonna be easy. So we played a little game, and I beat him. He was mad, so I gave him the $100 anyway for being a good sport. And we pulled two motors out, put one in, and that station wagon was parked and finished in one evening. So two motors out, one motor in, running, and finished for the gentleman. He was so thrilled that we got it done. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. And so we made a bit of a game out of it. But so as I mentioned already, I have his motor on a stand, so I have the 400 series. I don't know what I'm going to do with this truck yet. I may offer it up. I'm not sure. But first and foremost, we got to get everything cleaned, detailed to the nines. And then, you know what? It's going to be quite a truck when we're finished. So stay along with us. Your host of Car Connection, always, Dial Motor Mouth Jenkins. Don't forget to catch us on our radio program, Car Connection and Dashboard, on Joy Radio, so you can find us on our website as well. And I put all the descriptions in the description box of the video. So be sure to like, share, follow on YouTube. On Facebook. Yes, on Facebook. and subscribe, and your comments below, because it helps us a great deal with the channel to continue to push out to different audiences and different viewers. But also ring that notification bell so you know when we go live streaming, and you'll also know when we upload new videos. We upload 3 videos a week, 2 for Tuesday. That was Skippy's idea, so we're keeping that. What is with that? It's not listening. You're not listening. So be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when we go live streaming, and you'll also know when more videos are posted up as well. So this is going to come along really well, and I am so looking forward to it. I don't like it being laid up in the driveway, and I did a lot of work to this, but it just means I got to backtrack and bring it back around. That's what I got to do, bring it back around. Also, check us out on Stevensville on the web. You'll find little videos there that you won't find anywhere else. Same with, I think we're posting some stuff on Facebook, some reels, whatever that means. Fishing reels, videos, reels. Yeah, so like, share, follow, subscribe. Leave your comment down below. What are you working on? You got any projects on the go? Have you ever parked a car for a long period of time and had what I call storage regret? And this is one of them. This is serious storage regret. But life was interesting at the time. I blew some discs out in my back, and it almost put me in a wheelchair. The world was spinning for me at the present time when I just started to build this truck back. And so we get to do it again, and we will. So keep watching, share us with your friends, and be sure to stay connected with our website, Car Connection Business Network, where you can connect with businesses that I have vetted myself to be a part of what we do and to be recommended, so you have trustworthy businesses to go to be your go-to when you need some stuff. And always make sure you mention that Car Connection sent you. And now if you just come over here, Skippy, we can just show them a little bit here. These headers were gorgeous when I put them on, so we're going to get them cleaned up. That's kind of what they look like. These are nickel headers. I paid a good price for them, custom made with 1/2-inch flanges. They will not buckle and bend. They're going to be awesome. 3-inch extensions. So again, we're going to go 3-inch exhaust, stainless to stainless mufflers, and dual tailpipes out the back. I was going to put the exhaust out the side, kind of like NASCAR, but just in case somebody burns their legs on those pipes, that can happen. So, what's next? I think it's lunchtime, Skippy. That's what I'm thinking. What's up for lunch today? We're having butcher shop made beef hot dogs, all beef, no other accessories in those hot dogs, nothing extra, no tails or lips or ears, all beef on really freshly baked hot dog rolls from the local bakery. Yeah, so hey, if you're in the neighborhood, pass by, we'll buy you a dog. And I think we're gonna have a cup of joe, or perhaps a fresh cold beverage, something with lemon in it. And we'll see in the next one. So I just wanted to share this project is on the charts, and we're going to get it in, and we're going to get it done, and we're going to bring you along with us, so you're going to learn some stuff. So come along for the ride. Share us with your friends, and help us to spread the word about our YouTube channel. But the whole idea about our YouTube channel is that you always learn 5 things and 4 things. Yes, 5 and 4. The 5 things are what it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and how it could have been avoided, the breakage costing you more money than you need to spend to take care of your vehicle. The 4 things: the concern, the cause, the correction, and the confirm. Do we know what that is? That sounded interesting. I think we better go and take lunch now and run. I didn't like the sound of that. So till the next episode, we've oiled up the cylinders. Then I'll let this sit for about 2 or 3 days. Then I'm going to get on the front of the crankshaft and see if I can turn this engine by hand 360 degrees. That's what I'm looking for. Because I put a lot of sweat, equity, and money into this motor, and it's not run one single time. The motor's brand new. Built it from scratch, and it's time. It's time to take the 4x4 for a ride around Niagara. So come along with us. We'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Happy motoring, and keep it under 100, because we're going to come to your house for coffee. Ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.